Welcome back to a Finnerty exclusive now. At the beginning of February, the Trump administration opened an investigation into the University of Pennsylvania, claiming the university violated Title IX by allowing Lia Thomas, a man who swam on the men's team at UPenn for 2 seasons before growing out his hair and changing his name to Lia and deciding to suddenly swim on the women's team. After doing that, Will would go on to win the NCAA Women's National Championship, and one of his teammates testified before Congress about what it was like being forced to change in front of a man in the locker room.
My teammates and I were forced to undress in the presence of Lia, a 6'4" tall biological male, fully intact with male genitalia, 18 times per week. Some girls opted to change in bathroom stalls, and others used the family bathroom to avoid this. When we tried to voice our concerns to the athletic department, we were told that Lia's swimming and being in our locker room was a non-negotiable.
18 times per week for a college student. Think about that. Fast forward to today, the Department of Education just announced that UPenn has agreed to apologize for its past Title IX violations and to ensure that women's sports are protected at the university for future generations of female athletes. And joining us now for more on what this means is U.S. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon. Madam Secretary, it's great to see you. The Trump effect in action here.
Very definitely the Trump effect in action. This would not have happened if Donald Trump had not been elected president. He campaigned on this. He talked about how it was unfair for men to participate in women's sports. And shortly after he took office in early February, he signed an executive order to that effect. And today is really a landmark resolution with the University of Pennsylvania to make sure that this agreement and this negotiation that we've arrived at is in place, and to know that women are protected at the University of Pennsylvania, that's for sure. And we're hoping that this is a landmark decision and negotiation that will be a template for other universities to follow if they are in violation of Title IX, and we will be investigating them if they are.
Okay, let me play you a soundbite. This is Lia Thomas on Good Morning America not long ago talking about her journey in women's swimming as a man.
There are some who look at the data and suggest that you're enjoying a competitive advantage. What do you say to that?
There's a lot of factors that go into a race and how well you do. And the biggest change for me is that I'm happy. And sophomore year, where I had my best times competing with the men, I was miserable. We transitioned to be happy and authentic and our true selves.
I should say his journey, Madam Secretary. He is a man, Lia Thomas. Are the days of indulging this now over?
I would certainly hope that these days are over, because it is unfair. Women fought very hard to get equal access to sports, and to have equal access to dressing rooms and to training facilities and all of that, and to compete and to have women's teams, et cetera. And so we were granted those rights to have those exact teams, and now they should not be invaded by men to compete against women in those sports. So, and certainly that is the case. That is what the University of Pennsylvania has now agreed to in this resolution that we have with them. They've agreed to apologize in writing to women who lost, their titles or whatever. They've agreed to restore those titles to women. They have let others know that they will not do business with them if they are not in compliance with Title IX. And these are really decisions that are very important. And actually, the Trump administration, President Trump, should take a victory lap today, because this is really an important resolution to have reached with the University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Madam Secretary, it's remarkable. They're also going to post that apology prominently on their website, which is tail between their legs for an Ivy League institution. UPenn will adopt biology-based definitions for the words male and female, consistent with President Trump's executive orders defending women from gender ideology extremism. You said that you do expect other colleges and universities to do the same thing. What happens to Lia Thomas in that fake NCAA championship that he won? When does that go to Riley Gaines, the rightful and real champion? And I guess I'm just wondering if you've talked to the head of the NCAA, Charlie Baker, former Republican governor of Massachusetts, about any of this, because that is a wrong that needs to be righted.
I have not personally spoken to Charlie Baker, but clearly I agree with you that this wrong needs to be righted as soon as possible. And I think it will be now that we've had this, this resolution and this agreement. I would expect that to come, as they say, toot sweet.
Secretary of Education Linda McMahon, we appreciate you being with us. So nice to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much.